full-on dessert. It's not a small mignon. Look at this view. Be careful not to lose your food because there are lots of seagulls. We've decided to come and have a look anyway. I don't want to call them sandwiches because I think that locals would have killed me for calling them sandwiches. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can clearly see, we're in Venice today and it's a bit cold and a little bit grey, but this is the price that you're gonna pay for visiting the city almost tourist-free. I say almost because obviously it's not completely tourist-free, but I can say that it's quite okay. There are not as many tourists as there are from time to time. And anyway, this is another budget travel video and I can't wait to share some of my favorite tips with you because Venice is known as one of the most expensive Italian cities, and I read a bunch of articles saying that during the carnival people have gone almost bankrupt after visiting Venice. As per tradition, I have 20 euros in my pocket and I'm gonna spend a day here on 20 euros eating and also visiting some tourist attractions and some museums, because I know that there are lots of videos about budget travel to Venice that focus on food only, and yes, food is expensive here, but I want to show you how to spend a day here with 20 euros in your pocket, visiting places and enjoying the architecture and culture and art, and also, yes, of course, eating. I'm not including accommodation in this video, as I don't include it in any other video as well, because it really depends on each separate situation. However, if you want to know how to save money on your accommodation in Venice, I will leave you a link up here about my other video. And now guys, if you're ready, let's go and explore budget Venice. Venice together with Florence are my two favorite cities in Italy, maybe in the whole world. However, being so touristy, I think those prices might be somewhat justified by the amount of tourists coming to these cities. On the other hand, I think that these prices that sometimes are just incredibly high keep budget travelers from visiting these places because, you know, some people just can't afford eating and spending like 50 euros for a meal, or just staying there, or even visiting places like Scuola Grande del San Rocco, which is absolutely incredible. However, the entrance ticket costs a lot, and to avoid this situation, I'm gonna show you where you can see some art masterpieces for free or relatively for free. Guys, this place is Chiesa di San Pantalone. It's one of my favorite places in Venice because it's really beautiful. It conserves some incredible artworks and it's free to visit. However, it's closed today. I know, my fail. Inside the church, guys, however, there are incredible masterpieces, including the one by Veronese and a beautifully painted ceiling by Giovanni Antonio Fumiani, a local artist from Venice who painted it for 24 years. Just can you imagine, 24 years to paint a church ceiling. And luckily, I've been there before during my other visits to Venice, and I filmed a little reel for my Instagram so I can show it to you and I can show you what it looks like inside. But obviously, I invite you to come to Venice and check it out for yourself. And other than that, guys, I will use this occasion to remind you to follow me on Instagram, to check it out, to be up to date with everything that I'm doing, you know, regardless of my videos. Also, guys, look, right near this church, there is a Banksy graffiti, an artwork, wall art by Banksy that you can enjoy for free as well. But I also like enjoying the view here, not only for Banksy, but mostly for the boats and gondolas riding beneath. Look how cute, guys. I think this thing speaks Venice more than anything else. You have a farmer's market right from a boat. And I think it's really cool to be able to buy those things, fruits and vegetables, basically from a boat. And here, guys, my favorite tip for all environmentally conscious budget travelers in Venice. There are lots of water fountains in this city, differently from other big Italian cities, including Bologna. I love Bologna, but there are basically no water fountains, maybe like 2. So here in Venice, you don't need to spend money on water. You can just bring your reusable bottle with you and have access to drinking water anywhere. And it's really tasty here. Also, guys, look at these roof terraces. I think these are incredible. Just imagine living in Venice and having access to a roof terrace like this one. I'm fond of so many things in Venice, guys, honestly. However, there is probably one thing that I'm not really crazy about, and it's the lack of proper pasticcerias. For this amount of people here, for the amount of tourists visiting Venice every year, there are really not enough pasticcerias where you can stop and enjoy a cup of coffee with some sweets. And if you know me, if you've been here for a while, you know that I really love stopping for a coffee, having a little coffee break everywhere I go. And I like this opportunity in Venice a little bit. However, I do have one favorite pasticceria that I'm gonna show you right now. And surprisingly, the prices there are not high at all. Let's go with me. Guys, I spent €3 in total for cappuccino and a cake, and you can see that it's quite big. My dessert is like a full-on dessert. It's not a small mignon as you can usually see. This cost me €1.40 and my cappuccino cost me €1.60, and I think these prices are absolutely perfect for Venice, because usually you're gonna pay much more here. Here, guys, at Square di San Trovaso, you can have a look at how gondolas are being repaired. Obviously, it's absolutely free to have a look, and from here, from this side of the canal, you can have the best view. And I think that's pretty cool and really interesting, because if you're in Venice, obviously gondolas are a true sign, a true symbol of this city, and just having a sneak peek of how they're being built or how they're being repaired could be a really fun adventure, could be a really fun experience for your visit. Obviously, guys, when you're in Venice, you can't avoid trying the cicchetti, these little kind of snacks, the local snacks. I don't want to call them sandwiches, because I think that locals would have killed me for calling them sandwiches, because they're not sandwiches. However, these are those little pieces of bread, let's call them this, with something on top, and it could be basically anything, usually fish or seafood related, obviously, because we're in Venice, and I want to try them here today as well. Usually the cicchetti cost from 2 to 2.50, even €3 per one in Venice, and that's not so much, but it could be a lot for a budget traveler. And an Aperol Spritz here usually is not very expensive. However, the average price for a glass of Aperol Spritz is about 3 to 3.50 euros. And I know a place, and I was advised to visit this place by a local a few years ago, and this place never disappoints. It's called Enoteca Schiavi, and they have the cicchetti that are extremely good. They're of very high quality, and you have a huge variety of them. and also very good Aperol spritz, and everything will cost me way less, and I'm gonna show this place to you too, so you can enjoy a very local snack, a very local aperitivo. You can eat right there, or you can eat outdoors. You can eat right here basically, because it's quite comfortable to eat here with the view of the canal as well, or you can eat at the promenade with a fantastic view over the sea. Let me just tell you what it's called like, because every time I think that my Italian is good, I then encounter a dialect, and when I encounter dialect I feel like I haven't studied Italian all these years. So wait a minute, and I'm gonna tell you that the place is called Fondamenta Zattera il Ponte Longo, and from there you'll have the most amazing view of the Laguna of Venice. Guys, look how amazing this place is. I wanted to bring you here because honestly this place is absolutely stunning, and this is for sure my favorite place. I don't know if in Venice or in Italy in general. I could really spend hours and hours sitting here near the sea, because I miss the sea at all times. I was born and I grew up by the sea, and I miss the sea terribly now that I'm kind of landlocked in Bologna. So every time I get a chance to be near the sea, I absolutely love it. Also, when the weather is better, the sunsets from here are absolutely spectacular. So if you happen to be here, try to come to this promenade around sunset, around the time of sunset, to enjoy the most romantic view you can only imagine. And if you are into a romantic weekend in Venice, or even a honeymoon in Venice, I will leave you a link up here to my video about romantic Venice, the most romantic places in Venice, so that you can enjoy your time here with someone very special. Cheers! So guys, what I've got are 3 typical cicchetti and some Aperol spritz. I spent in total €7 for 3 cicchetti, each costing me €1.50, and Aperol spritz cost me €2.50, and this price is insane. Well, yeah, it's not very big, it's actually small, however, it's really good. And you know, if you don't drink too much, I think this size is quite good. Also, let's have a look at cicchetti. So I have this one, which is so beautiful and so typical, and also another one is this with bacala, a very typical local fish, and another one like this. And they smell amazing, I'm pretty sure they taste amazing. And one life hack that I want to share with you is that you have to be careful not to lose your food, because there are lots of seagulls, and seagulls can rob you of your cicchetti. So make sure you eat quickly, and I probably have to follow my own advice. Guys, it's so tasty. Trust me, it's very good, and I can absolutely recommend you this place with this view. A very important tip that I want to share with you guys is that something that you might not think about when coming here in the first place. However, if you need to get some cash, if you need to use the ATM in Venice, try to avoid using the ATMs just think with huge letters ATM. They're like yellowish blue kind of colored. Try to look for real banks like Intesa Sanpaolo or any other bank actually, and to get cash there, because otherwise you're gonna pay a huge commission. There are those ATMs that are honestly just scams for tourists, so keep that in mind and stay away from those. Here in this place, guys, there are usually so many people that you can't really even take a photo, and no, just look at it. It's completely free, and you can just stay here and enjoy the view and take all the photos you want. So I think that after today I can give you one more life hack, one more tip for visiting Venice. Probably the best time to visit Venice without crowds of tourists is right after the carnival, so around March, because yeah, like this you'll be able to enjoy the city to the fullest. However, obviously, even if you're visiting in more like peak seasons and there are more tourists, you can still enjoy Venice if you know where to go. And if you don't know where to go, I will leave you a link up here to my other video from Venice with all of my favorite secret places here, so make sure to check that out as well. Guys, from the amount of people, can you say where we are? Right, we are approaching Rialto bridge, and I think there could be no doubt about our location right now. So you can see really the difference from Dorso Duro, like less known areas, less touristic areas, and here there are so many people, although there are not as many people as usual here in Venice today, but still the difference is absolutely insane. However, even here I have a very interesting place for you to show you, and it's free of charge. However, you have to book in advance. And now guys, here in this luxury shopping mall, I guess it's kind of a luxury shopping mall, we're gonna climb up all of the way to explore the roof terrace and to see the view from there. I have never been there before, so it's gonna be the first time for me, and I'm really excited to see it and to show it to you too. So let's go. Guys, look at this beauty. This place is absolutely stunning and it's absolutely free to visit. So honestly, I couldn't be happier about the decision to come here today. The panoramas from here are absolutely amazing, and you can see and you can enjoy the view of Venice basically at 360 degrees, and this is absolutely fantastic. This is so interesting, guys. I've been to Venice countless times before, but today still I can open something new for myself and find these new places, and I think this is absolutely amazing. Guys, it's lunchtime and we're gonna go and find somewhere to eat, somewhere economic to eat. I can't say that I'm really hungry now because I had my cicchetti, but still I want to show you a place where you can have some street food and you don't need to overpay for it. Guys, this is what I got for 80 euros, and honestly I think that's a lot, especially for one person. And I think you could easily have a very good lunch with seafood, with local dishes here in Venice, and you don't need to overpay for it, and there is even space inside to eat, especially if outside it's a bit cold. And I really like it. I think the idea of this place is really cool, to make this street food, affordable street food in the center of Venice. And yeah, you know, it's lunchtime, so it's time to eat. I FaceTimed my grandmother yesterday and she told me that in every and each video that I'm filming, I'm eating all the time. That's kind of true, but we're in Italy, so there's nothing I can do with it. And I think my grandmother is actually happy about it, so as any grandma would be. And yeah, you can see, grandma, that I'm still eating. I'm having a proper lunch, and not only cicchetti today. Now let's try it. Here we have some bacala. We have bacala and polenta. Both products are very typical for this area. And I have more here, more seafood. And yeah guys, it's very good, it's very tasty, I like it. So guys, as promised, I'm taking you to a very particular museum, the Museum of Music. It's a private collection and it's free to visit. And there you'll have the opportunity to see some of the most bizarre historic musical instruments. And I think this is so fantastic to be able to see those instruments, most of them from here, most of them are local, from the School of Venice. And you can see them all for free, which is good news. Anyway guys, let's go and I'm gonna show it to you. Sometimes guys, you're just walking these narrow streets of Venice and you never know what you're gonna find behind the closed doors, windows or inside those courtyards. So pay attention, stay alert, because sometimes you can be very surprised about what you can find there. Guys, here we stumbled upon just a random contemporary art gallery, and although it was not planned and it's not exactly something you go and see the first thing in Venice, however, we decided to come and have a look anyway. And that's it for today guys. I think it's a good time to say bye. In total today we spent 18 euros on food and entertainment. We visited a few really cool places. Anyway, we have 2 euros left and I want to give you one more tip before saying bye. There are no public restrooms here in Venice, so in case you need it, keep in mind that you'll need to pay €1.50 on average for those public restrooms, or you can spend those 2 euros to have a coffee and then use the restroom if you need it. Anyway guys, just know that that's an average price to spend a day in Venice. We ate well, we ate something very typical and we had fun. So yes, you can spend a day in Venice without breaking the budget. And having said that guys, I just want to wish you an amazing day and I hope you will be inspired to travel here, to come here to Venice, knowing that you don't need to spend too much money here. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get the notifications of all the upcoming videos, because I will definitely make more budget travel videos and just travel vlogs in general. And as always, put a thumbs up, comment and share this video with your friends so I can make more videos like this. Thank you guys for being here and enjoy your day.